Hello, hello, beloveds. Welcome to this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. And this is your girl, Abigail Mensah-Bonsu, founder of the Moon Goddess Publishing, the Moon Goddess Academy, and the Moon Goddess Circles. Welcome. So tuning into this week, this is like coming in so strongly. It is not a race. We're not in a race. You really need to slow down. You really need to slow down. If you listened to last week's Goddess Energy Forecast, you know that I talked about how many planets are currently in retrograde. And we have 4 planets in retrograde. And we have 2 more joining the party at the end of the month. So I couldn't stress this enough. That this is not a time for you to hurry. It's not a time for you to try to push things, to make things happen. This is a time for you to really slow down, or perhaps even pause. For some of you, I'm getting the messages, stop. Just stop. Stop. What does that mean to you? Well, your body will let you know what you need to do, right? So pay attention to your body this time. Oh. So this week, we're continuing with this dance with all the retrogrades and the eclipse season, right? And it is no surprise that the dragons wanted to come in and play with us. When I tune into the energy, I just saw like this Merlin dragon, and, just with me, I'm always with my golden dragon. And, like he blew this fire, and it's like like the swirling fire all around me, going all the way up. It looked like a tube of fire literally around me. And I just kind of like just looked up and just relaxed and breathed. And it felt like it was just like cleansing me. It was burning off things that I'm ready to release. And it just felt so good to be in that energy, in that cleansing fires. And so I'm curious to see which dragons will be really coming in. Before we go into that, let's talk a little bit about the planets that are in retrograde currently. And what are some of their invitations for all of us? So the first planet that went into retrograde was actually Venus. This started in April, right? Most people didn't notice that because it's Venus. Because not a lot of people talk about all the other planets. They talk more about Mercury. Mercury's the most famous, and it's for a reason, right? But Venus went into retrograde. Actually, it was last December. Yeah, it was last December. Yep. And it's going to be in retrograde all the way to next year. So we're in this for the long haul. Now, this year, I feel like we're really going to be experiencing retrogrades that usually takes longer. We're used to Mercury retrograde for just like a couple of weeks. Like Mercury retrograde is going to be done towards the end of this month, so June 22nd, and then we'll have like 3 more coming. We usually have like little chunks of Mercury retrograde throughout the year. But these bigger planets, when they come in, their effects last longer. They don't do like little bits here and then come back. So when they come in and they root down, they continue until they're done, and then they move on, they move forward. And they bring in big lessons, just like Mercury does. These bigger planets also bring in big lessons. So I'm going to share with you some of the invitations that are coming in. Perhaps this will help you really get to know these planets and the energies that they're dancing with us with, right? So Venus has to do with, I love this part. It really has to do with beauty, the inner beauty that gets projected out, right, into the outer beauty. But the other part of this is that Venus also shows you where your ugly is, right? Where are you not your best self, right? That's what I'm talking about. The other parts of Venus is about money, love, relationships. All of these will be revealed under this retrograde. So pay attention to how these themes begin to pop up for you, because whichever area in your life, whether it is the area of money, the area of relationships, the area of love of self, right? The area of beautifying yourself and your environment, right? Pay attention to where you're being pulled to bring the awareness to, right? Because that's where Venus is going to be playing with you. Ooh, that brings me to the next thing. So one of the coolest ways to work with these planets is to look in your chart. And if you don't have an astrology chart yet, you can go to, I think it's called astrochart.com, and get a free chart done. And this way you can see where your planets are, right? So for example, let's see here. Let's use Mercury as an example. My Mercury is in the 9th house, and my Mercury is in Virgo. So that tells me a lot that how this retrograde is going to be working with me. And there's also something in my chart also explains why I love Mercury retrograde so much, because Mercury in general is a good thing for me. Like it's my planet, that's Virgo's planet is Mercury. And then my North Node, which is Gemini, also's planet is Mercury. So Mercury is a huge influence when it comes to my chart and how it supports me. So I love Mercury retrograde. When it goes retrograde, it's time for me to it feels like a cosmic siesta for me. So look into your chart, find out where these planets are, and then do a little research about what that means. Look that up. Usually when you get the chart done, it'll give you like a little snippets of what that means. But in this day and age, you can find it in books. You can just Google it and you'll get like a little idea of what that means, right? To have Mercury or Venus here and how so it's mind-blowing. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do that. So the invitation from Venus is this. Venus is asking you, how can you let your heart lead more? We live in a society where the intellect, the mind has been put on pedestal, right? And this is where Mercury comes into Mercury works with Venus in this case here, to really bring balance, to restructure the order, because the heart is the leader and the mind follows the heart. The mind is not the commander. The heart is the commander. And the other part that they're doing, they're bringing the awareness, is that they both come together to do a dance. One is not meant to stand by its own, like what society has done to the mind and the intellect. Okay, if you have these many degrees, if you have a doctorate degree, that means you're somebody, and like all that stuff. It's about bringing those two together, the mind and the heart together, which means that when we're able to converge those two, when we're able to live from a place of the mind and the heart being in alignment, we get to have a different experience. And we're being invited to be open to that experience at this time. The other invitation that Venus is bringing, is blessing us with, is where in your life do you need to bring more beauty? Where in your life do you need to bring in more beauty? So this can be like more internal, where you're taking care of your body, you're taking your vitamins, you're moving your body, you're drinking water, you're drinking, like you're making juices that nourish your body, or outer, right? Or the outer, where you're wearing clothes that feel good, the colors that make you feel vibrant and on point. Or it might be your garden. Do you need to plant more flowers that bring you joy, right? Where in your life do you need to bring in more beauty? And pay attention, because the beauty about retrogrades is that these energies will point you to the direction where you need to put your focus. That's the beauty of this time. Before retrogrades, we have to kind of figure it out, find it out. But retrogrades come in and the compass just points you like, here, focus right here. And this is what you need to do. Here, focus here. And this is what you need to do, which makes life so much easier, right? These planets, again, they're here for our highest and best. They're here to support us on our growth, right? They're not here to beat us down and make us feel crap. That only happens when we're not listening, because what better way to get your attention than to, help your car break down or your computer break down, right? Or you trip and fall and break something, right? What better way to get your attention? Usually when it gets to that point, that means we've been ignoring a lot of signs that has been thrown our way. And that's one of the reasons why I do these weekly goddess energy forecasts. It's to bring you, to awaken that awareness in you so that you're not waiting till what I call the cosmic 4x4 to happen in order for you to be like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to work on this. Okay, I get it. I get it, universe. You'll be able to catch it at the beginning. Like, oh, look at that. Oh, I see that. Okay, this is where I need to put my focus at this time. Right? So important. So that's Venus. Let's go. The next planet that went into retrograde was Pluto. Where are you, Pluto? Pluto went into retrograde April. There we go. So we had Venus went into retrograde before we entered 2021. And then Pluto went into retrograde in April. And it's going to be in retrograde till October, right? So again, we're in it for the long haul. Pluto, I love the planet Pluto because this is the planet of change and transformation. So the invitation is what needs to transform in your life. What is outdated and needs to be changed. What needs to transform in your life, and what is outdated that needs to be changed. Simple. Now, this theme, I feel like, is bigger, and most likely it's going to be a lot of internal work. Because again, this is Pluto's energy we're dealing with. It deals with the subconscious, the inner world. So this is going to be a more internal alchemy going on. So simply pay attention again to where you're being pointed to what is coming up to be transformed, to be changed. You will feel it. You will know it, right? You would know this. Like the retrogrades make sure that it's very evident, like right there. This doesn't work anymore. This needs to change, right? And if you pay attention, you will see it. If you don't, eventually you will. It will take a cosmic 4x4 to wake you up, right? And if you're listening to this, hopefully not. Hopefully you catch it way ahead of time, right? So that you can just go through it. Yeah. So, oh yeah, the other invitation with Pluto is this. What repressed fears and limiting beliefs are holding you back from achieving success? What repressed fears and limiting beliefs are holding you back from achieving your success? Just breathe that in. Again, you don't need to know the answers. The answers will be revealed to you. Just be open to receiving these invitations. That's all you need to do. Just take that step, and the next step will follow. So then the next planet that went into retrograde was beautiful Saturn. I love Saturn. Saturn is like the general of the planets, right? Saturn brings in the energy of discipline, of structure. There was another one that I really love about stability. There we go, stability. Saturn also represents the masculine energy. So with Saturn going into retrograde, here's the invitation first, and now I'll talk a little bit about what else is coming in. The invitation is, let's see here. There's like so much coming in that wants to come ahead of it, but I wanted to speak the invitation first. Where did you go? Come back. Okay. So when Saturn goes into retrograde, is bringing your awareness to long-term goal. And I want to put it more as your long-term soulful goals, because these long-term goals are guided by your soul. They're deeper. They're not like the superficial goals that we want to achieve because someone else has it and we think it'll be cool on us too, right? This is like, how does your soul want to be expressed on this planet in this lifetime? So Saturn is like, what is the long-term goal? And I love Saturn's energy because it's connected to Capricorn's energy. Once you have the long-term goal, then all the other steps that need to come in for you to achieve that can show up finally, right? So let's see here. The invitation is this: where do you need more discipline and structure? Where in your life do you need more discipline and structure? And what are your long-term goals? Right? Those are the invitation. Oh, something else come in. Oh, yes, the masculine part. With Saturn being in retrograde, really pay attention to what masculine relationships in your life, right? Whether it is in a form of a father figure or a mentor, or just the masculine relationships in your life that needs to be healed or released these would be highlighted during these retrograde. So apart from you finding structure and balance, right, in your life, where do you need to apply that so that you can achieve your goals, right? You also need to heal. Now, this might be even your own divine masculine side. I wouldn't be surprised if for most of you, it takes you right into you, like right into you. Does that need to be healed? Does that need to be activated? Does your divine masculine side need to be activated? Right? So pay attention to that. And then, of course, Mercury finally joined in towards the end of May. And it's going to be in retrograde till, towards the end of June. But it will also, we have 3 more retrogrades coming up too. So Mercury has to do with communication, has to do with our mindsets, technology. That's all in the realm of Mercury. When Mercury goes into retrograde, it literally pauses us, it slows us down. And this is where you see the technology stuff going awry, computers not working, cell phones acting weird, cars not working right. Because the energy really wants us to slow down so that we can review things in our life, so that we can reevaluate the different areas of our life and improve it, release things, change things, transform things. So the energy of Mercury retrograde literally forces us to slow the heck down. Slow down. Perhaps even it will bring you to a halt if it needs to, right? So really pay attention, honor this, however Mercury wants to dance with you, especially if you're someone who's a go, 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 go person, and Mercury comes in and all of a sudden, your knee hurts, so you can't really go for your run, or you can't go, out every night because you're in pain. Honor that, sit with it, because the sooner you do that, the sooner you can heal and move forward. There's usually something that the only way for you to really see it, change it, become aware of it, is for your mind to slow down or even shut down. Right? So there's a purpose for these planets and why they come in. There's a purpose for all of it. So pay attention to how Mercury wants you to slow down or pause. I promise you, if you honor that, if you honor how Mercury wants to dance with you, the rewards are so much better. The other part with Mercury is that it's really going to bring in like the clarity of your message, the clarity of your words, right? How you communicate and the power behind your words. All of that is going to be highlighted, whether that is a positive power or a negative power, which means that are you using your words to empower, or are you using your words to disempower? All of that will be highlighted so you can balance, you can bring balance there. Pretty cool, right? So with that said, that was a lot of information, but that needed to be done so you understand what energies we're dancing with. You will get, little messages because we're in it till October. So from this point forward, if there's a message that comes in that you need to know about, the retrogrades that are going on is going to come through in the weekly forecast in regards to, what you need to know for that week too. This one was just like slow down, There's so much going on that you need to slow down in order to gain the clarity to know what it is you're being asked to do in order to move forward. Slow the heck down. Let's start right now. So go ahead and close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You can also place your hand on your stomach or in your womb, wherever feels good to you, wherever you're being called to touch. But go ahead and just breathe into your body. This is one of the easiest ways to slow down, to just pause and breathe. So go ahead and call on your higher self into your hearts to join the party if you haven't already. And then bring your awareness to the top of your head where you see this beautiful ball of light representing the Divine Father. It looks like the sun to me. And just open up, plug into that ball of light. So imagine your channel coming, from the top of your head, just going all the way up and just plugging into that ball of light. And begin to receive the download, that downpour of that golden light pouring into every part of your being, filling every chamber within your heart until it overflows into every area of your body. And just breathe. If there's anywhere in your body that need extra healing or extra love, go ahead and flood that area with it. Let's do that. That came in very clearly. And now bring your awareness to the base of your spine and the bottoms of your feet. And imagine these huge roots extending down into the earth, going through all the different layers of the earth until it reaches the center of the earth. And there you see the heart matrix of the Divine Mother. And this might look like a pool of water. This might look like a ball of light. This might look like a huge ancient tree. Whatever it looks like, go ahead and just plug into that with your roots. And again, open up to receive the beautiful, delicious nectar from the Divine Mother and drink it up through your roots. Bring it up. So delicious. Drink it up, 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 up. Through your body again. Let it just flood through every part of your body, your cells. Bring it into your heart where it mixes with the light from the Divine Father, your own light. All three lights mix together. And the moment they do, they just expand into this glorious bubble of light all around you. And breathe and get in. Some of you might have different layers of that bubble of light. It just depends on what you need, and that is okay. So just breathe into this space of fully connected to above, below, and within. Breathe. And from this space of centeredness and connected, go ahead and ask which of these messages are for me to guide me through this week. 1, 2, or 3. And once you receive your number or numbers, go ahead and open your eyes, open and ready to receive. So again, we're using the dragons are coming in very, very strongly, which I am actually very glad because I feel like there's a lot of shedding going on this week. With all these planets and the eclipse this week, these first couple of weeks in this energy is going to be a bit intense. So again, that's why it's so important for you to slow down, find time, take more naps, find time to relax in your garden. Really take time to be with you, journal more. It's worth it. It's so worth it. So if you were drawn to card number 1, this is the Visionary. So you are working with the fire dragon this week. This dragon is gorgeous. Let's see here. There we go. Fire dragon. So the fire dragon, look at that. And if you received card, this is how I want you to start working with these dragons. See that dragon all around you, like literally be like the baby underneath the dragon, and the dragon, like this giant dragon around you, right? That's how I want you to start envisioning them and working with them. So this fire dragon burns up the lower energies around you. And this is what this dragon is telling you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired and clear your soul pathway, which this dragon is going to be helping you do. So here is the message from the fire dragon. So one thing, the fire dragon is a fourth dimensional fire dragon, and radiates a bright orange fiery light. So that's another way you can work with these dragons. Like that bubble of light you had around you, create another bubble of light that is that color of the dragon. So this one would be that bright orange fiery light, right? They're powerful beings who give us power, thrust, and determination when we work with them. They are the master clearance experts and will direct the blazing flames at anything we ask them to, transmute in lower vibrations that no longer serve us. They will fly in front of us when we travel, often burning up challenges before we reach them. Yes, absolutely. Ask those dragons to do that. That is so needed at this time. They are also extremely protective of their companions and those who work with them. They will light up our friends and roar at those who undermine, oh my God, undermine us. So if you received card number 1, it is time to invite the fire dragons to burn up any circumstances in your life that are not serving you. Call on them to dive deep into your childhood and past lives. This is important. You call on them to dive deep into your past life and childhood to release you from your past so that your future can shine. They have the ability and power to travel along the timeline of your soul journey, clearing, healing, and transmuting as they do so. They're happy to do this while you sleep if you ask them. Ask them to clear and light up the path in front of you each day. Then relax and trust that all is as it should be. These orange dragons have huge open hearts and love to keep you safe by creating a fiery wall of protection around you or your home and family. So remember to ask them to do that. Oh my God, isn't this the vision? This is exactly the vision that I saw when I tuned in. So this is totally my card. They're already doing it. They're already on point. Like, asking this for my husband, asking this for my son, asking this for my home, asking this for my family, my loved ones, my clients. Yes, right? Okay, let's see here. Keep you safe. Okay, so remember to ask them to do so. Call on them to light you up in their flames and breathe inspiration into you. Beloved dragons, breathe inspiration into me. You may be amazed at the positive and courageous way you start to deal with people and situations. Card number 1, Fire Dragons. Thank you, Fire Dragons. We are ready for your help. If you are drawn to card number 2, oh, this is perfect. You ready for this? Let me find the card first. Let's see here. No, that's not it. Where are you? Let's see here. It should be here. Where are you? There we go. Yeah, I was on a different page. Okay, so if you're drawn to card number 2, this correlates to Saturn return, Saturn retrograde. So your card is the Black Dragon from Saturn. Look at how badass this dragon is. Have you watched what is it called? Is that dragon cartoon? Oh, How to Train a Dragon. It has the night crawler, the night something that's like a jet black dragon. I love that dragon. But it kind of reminds me of that dragon, right? Powerful, powerful dragons. So let's see what this dragon is about. So this dragon brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Again, we're dealing with Saturn here, right? This dragon asks you to concentrate, to focus on your ultimate vision, to congratulate yourself. You have passed a test. Oh, this is a good thing. If you receive card number 2, oh, you're receiving a big blessing. So let's see what this card is all about. So the black dragons from Saturn are fifth dimensional dragons, and they work directly with the masters of, they're called Quishi, the masters of Quishi, which are the ascended aspect of Saturn. They help us to organize and apply ourselves to tasks, however small or large they may be. Black indicates a feminine energy of what? Rest, peace, and calm. Need I say more? Which enables the wisdom to come forward. It could not do so if there was too much masculine thrust. These dragons work with Archangel Gabriel, who radiates pure white light. He is in overall charge of the base center, where we hold fifth dimensional spiritual discipline. We're in fifth dimension. So if you got this card, you're getting integration going on this week. He is, okay, there we go. This is what enables all the fifth dimensional chakras to anchor. You're getting that done this week. Archangel Gabriel's energy balances that of the black dragons of Saturn. These dragons also carry the pure violet flame of transmutation, which is held in Saturn and used to dissolve thoughts that are not focused on ultimate vision. So with Saturn retrograde, I think you know which dragon to work with, which color to work with, right? Which archangel to work with, which flame to work with. Oh, violet flame. So a black dragon from Saturn has appeared to you now, as it is time for you to address tasks with discipline and focus. Spiritual discipline is vital to ground the higher energies on your pathway. The black dragon will give you focus, concentration, determination, awareness, and the ability to plan and stick to a routine where necessary. Receiving this card is a true blessing, as it indicates that your feet are firmly planted on your ascension path, and you do everything for the highest good of all. This dragon also brings you congratulations from the angelic realm, as you have passed a test. Congratulations. It is time to celebrate your success and step forward with discipline, as well as with joy and bliss. So the main key, the theme here that I'm getting is discipline, finding structure and discipline, which we talked about with the Saturn retrograde. So if you drew card number 2, I want to know who drew card number 2 and how this applies to you, because you know, like, it's going to be a really cool week for you. Getting things, who doesn't want things to be in order? You know, things make sense, right? You have a focus. When you have a focus, you can actually direct your energy there and you can move forward. Oh, it just makes things so much easier. So black dragon from Saturn, Archangel Gabriel working with a violet flame, right? structure, discipline. But also, I love this part, and this was like at the beginning where it talked about Black being the energy of the feminine, right? Which brings in rest. It says rest, peace, and calm, so that so that the wisdom that you need to receive can come forward to you, right? Black Dragon. Let's go to card number 3. If you were drawn to card number 3, ooh, oh my gosh. I'm telling you, there's a reason why these dragons were like, me, let's do this. Okay, let's see here. Where are you? You are a powerful one. Step forward. There you are, of course. Oh, how perfect is this? I had a feeling this is like the second card that wanted to come in. I had a feeling there were 2 cards in here for me. So mine is number 1, which is the fire dragon. And they kind of have that same color too. So if you're drawn to card number 3, you are working with source dragons this week. Oh, how powerful is this? So the source dragons attunes you to the infinite. The source dragon says, be still, be in the silence, because magic can happen. Be in the moment. Source dragon, look at how sleek this dragon is. Like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So in the center of all dimensions, galaxies, and universes is an infinite point of pure stillness and love. This is the heart of Source, and from it flows the most incredible illumination. As the wishes of Source flow forth, and real quick before I move forward, when we do the center or heart-centered exercise, attunement, when you plug into Source, that is what you're plugging into, the heart of Source. As the wishes of Source flow forth, the illumined angels known as the seraphim sing Om, Om, Om. The vibration of master creation at a 12-dimensional frequency. That is a high frequency right there. This allows the will of the creator to spread as seed thoughts into the universe. 9th dimensional transparent white source dragons exist purely to attend to the divine will and turn wishes into reality. They step down the light to a 9th dimensional level so that we can access it. Because if they stay 12 dimension, it would be very, very hard for them to work with us. So they act as portals of light through which we can connect with the energies of the infinite. Are you feeling this? Because I am. I am. Do you see them? I see one like right here. I see it like just right here. Just like, oh, I'm so in love. A source dragon has come to you now because it is time for you to enjoy a period. Oh, are you ready? To enjoy a period of stillness with awareness. Enjoy a period of stillness with awareness. Breathe deeply and listen to the silence. Something very sacred is coming into your life. This could be anything from the fruition of a long-held dream to becoming a true master. It is being presented to you now. I have chills all over my body and tingling. Be diligent, calm, and focused, and remember to breathe deeply. Breath is the key to being in the moment, and this is where the greatest magic happens. Ask the source dragons to accompany you on every step of your exciting new journey, and always remember that the present moment create your future. The present moment creates your future. So as dragons, I ask that you accompany us on every step of our new and exciting journey. Take it away, dragons. Just place your hand on your heart and just receive. What a gift we've received this week. Do you understand how important this week is? How powerful and potent this week is for us? I mean, these messages, these dragons stepping forward, it's a hint. Breathe. Let's just, oh, I'm so grateful. I'm completely enveloped in gratitude and just love. I feel it on every part of my being. Shura siarikinia surusa igara saliania. Ureania suria tierikira tiroasia. Uara satiere kianio suru siri kiriarawa. Ania suri kiriara siri kwaniasa. Aro su tupiare suru wakiniasa. Uiara sanikiara suru tianasara. Ara suri kiti suru siniata tiara katianua. Aya satiara si turu kupatia. Ayuru siniasa nasaro wakia. Tiru su dina sara kituru anasia. Aya suru kitiniasa. Uru wasini kiarasu. Nyana sari aturasa. Waya sira wa. Shuru su tutu kinasaya. Unia surnia katurusa. Ira suni kiatiro wakinya. Ayurusua yeresia. Oh, I see. Taking a deep breath in here. I want you to hug yourself. Hug yourself. Ah, sur at erus at iruki. Nisari rekiduartia. At iru suti niaki durusi kirata. Are sinikitiara sarakia. Oh, shoo. Shoo. I want you to call in your dragons, your dragon or dragon, and really feel them with you. And also call in your own circle of support, you know, your divine policy to surround you. This might be, you know, include angels, ancestors, masters of light, animal guides. Call all of them to come surround you and fully support you through this time. And breathe. Su siara kinia suru tiara. Aria suru kini si tiru ariana sia. Uara si tina sakira kwa kiara sa. Niho sahatia hira sudua. Eya rasinia suru. Akiara satina pia. Oro so tina siaro kiwa. Eya sa no hachua. Su. Breathe. I just want to thank you for receiving this week's message. And I ask that you share this video or this podcast, if you're listening to it, with people that you might know it will benefit them. Share it on your social media. Send it, email it to someone who needs this the most, because this is a powerful one. Like I have continuous like flowing like energy through me, just from these dragons and source, my own higher self. So this is one of the transformations that I highly recommend that you share with others. Let's spread this support as far as possible. Thank you so much for receiving this week's Goddess Energy. for choosing to learn more about the energies that we're constantly dancing with, for choosing to come back to you and understand your own mysteries, for choosing to be seen, acknowledged, to be uplifted, to be blessed, to be guided, to be supported on all levels. I honor you and I thank you from my heart to yours. Until next time.